Top speed gets all the headlines, but do you know what's even more important than having the fastest electric scooter? Is having the best acceleration, because unlike eye-watering maximum top speeds, acceleration is something that you can use at every stop sign. Plus, if you get one of the best accelerating scooters for the price, you'll be able to leave your friends in the dust even if they paid a little more. But the problem is electric scooters don't usually specify acceleration, and you absolutely can't rely on motor power specs. I've tested 500-watt scooters that absolutely destroyed 1,000-watt scooters. Fortunately, Electric Scooter Guide has scientifically tested the acceleration of more than 182 scooters now. In fact, I've spent more than 10,000 hours over the last 5 years riding, testing, and reviewing scooters. So in this video, we're going to show you the fastest accelerating electric scooters in 4 different price brackets, starting from the most affordable and ending with the completely insane. We'll cover quickest under 600, quickest under 1,000, quickest under 2,000, and the unlimited class. First up, the 3 quickest scooters for the money under $600. The Gotrax GXL V2 is one of the very least expensive name brand electric scooters you can buy that's got enough performance for adults. It's also got some grown-up features like pneumatic tires, a disc brake, and more than 10 miles of real-world ESG tested range. A favorite since 2019, we recently retested the 2024 version, and its new 0 to 15 time was 6.8 seconds, which beats several other scooters costing twice as much. The GXL V2 is an ideal scooter for new riders who want something inexpensive but functional, ultra lightweight, and easy to carry. Best of all, Gotrax has upgraded their warranty since we reviewed it last, from 90 days up to a year on this scooter and 2 years on their scooters that cost more than $499. So you'll probably be ready to upgrade to something quicker before the warranty even expires. If you're looking for the least expensive entry-level scooter with good acceleration, the GXL V2 is a good choice. For $70 more, you can upgrade to the new KQi 100P and get suspension. You also get 10% higher top speed, 10% more range than the GXL V2, and the smoothest ride we've seen for the price. In fact, this is the least expensive scooter we've ever tested that gives you both suspension and air-filled tires, though they are an unusual diameter of 9.5 inches. It's hard to believe that electric scooters in 2024 are so good that we're only 2 scooters into this list, and we're already hitting 0 to 15 times that are within 0.4 of a second of the original Nami Max. If you haven't heard of them yet, NIU got their start making millions of Vespa-style electric scooters and are famous for their build quality and for being one of the very first scooters to come with a 2-year warranty. For the best reliability, ride quality, and acceleration you can buy for $350, hands down, it's the KQi 100P. Then there's the Hover One Journey Max, and fair warning, the price of this one moves around a bit. So it's on sale right now for $443, but even at its full list price of $599, the acceleration of the Journey Max just blows everything else out of the water, and for good reason. It's got dual motors. In fact, this is the least expensive dual motor electric scooter we've ever tested. It's amazing at hill climbing and gets from 0 to 15 miles per hour in just 3.8 seconds. That's about half the 0 to 15 time of the similarly priced Segway E2 Pro we just tested. Truth be told, the Journey Max is no Segway. There's no app. The build quality is good, but not on the same level as Segway. But when I'm riding the Journey Max, I don't care. This one makes me laugh every time I ride it because I just can't believe you can get this much power for $600, or that you get more than 20 miles of real-world ESG tested range from this thing. If you want raw performance and fun for the price, I don't think you can beat the Journey Max. Next up are the 4 best accelerating scooters for the money under $1,000. I'll start this category with another scooter we've just reviewed, the 2024 Inmotion Climber. Now, it turns out this is not only the best hill climber at this price, but is also by far the quickest from 0 to 15 miles per hour for the money. To put it in perspective, the 0 to 15 time for the typical scooter at this price point is 54% longer than it is for the Climber. So this morning, my 7-year-old son noticed that the Inmotion Climber says climbs hills with ease on the stem, and he suggested it should say climbs hills with force. Well, you know, after conquering the steepest hill in San Francisco 3 times in a row with no pause in between runs, I have to agree with him. Despite having all this performance and having dual motors, you still get really good range. I rode at 21.4 miles in sport mode on the ESG range test course. And this scooter isn't just raw power. The build quality feels absolutely indestructible. You don't get suspension, but on the plus side, you do get portability. It's 2 inches shorter and 6.5 pounds lighter than comparable scooters with suspension, making the Climber the best choice for maximum power, range, and portability if you don't need suspension. This next scooter sort of came out of nowhere and blew us away because it costs about the same as a Nami Max G2, but it goes about twice as fast with an ESG certified top speed of 42.3 miles per hour. The single single motor Teewing GT4 beat the top speed of all comparably priced electric scooters we've tested, regardless of whether they were single or dual motors. And its 0 to 15 time is outstanding at just 2.8 seconds. Like the Hover One Journey Max, this scooter is all about raw speed. You don't get an app, and it's not the most modern design, but the ride quality from these tubeless 11-inch tires and hydraulic shocks is top shelf, and the fun factor is absolutely huge. Just beware, if you have to haul your scooter upstairs every day, the GT4 weighs almost twice as much as the other scooters we've talked about in this list, but that's because its battery size is more than twice as big as the other scooters we've covered so far. If you want a quick scooter with the highest top speed under $1,000, this is it. Next up is Segway's brand new off-road scooter, the Ninebot ZT3 Pro. Segway scooters are famous for reliability and safety, but not usually for performance, which is why it surprised us when the all-new ZT3 Pro tied the Teewing GT4's amazing 0 to 15 time of 2.8 seconds. But the ZT3 Pro gets an asterisk because you have to put it in boost mode, and that takes several seconds, and boost mode expires kind of quickly. Also, despite having 1600 watts of peak power, the ZT3 Pro has a firmware limited top speed of 24.7 miles per hour per our tests. But the 12-inch tires, ultra-modern design, and the world-class Segway app has got more options than we've ever seen in an app before, all make the ZT3 Pro a very compelling scooter, especially considering the introductory price that's about the same as what you'd pay for a Ninebot Max G2. If you want the latest scooter technology, highest reliability, and quick acceleration, you can't go wrong with the ZT3 Pro. The next one is from a brand we just don't talk about enough on this channel. This is the Varla Pegasus, and it has the quickest 0 to 15 time of any scooter we've tested under $1,000 at just 2.6 seconds. But this one gets an asterisk too. That 2.6 seconds was on the 2021 Pegasus with 8-inch solid tires, and those smaller 8-inch tires may have given it an acceleration advantage. The current model comes with 9-inch air-filled tires, and larger wheels means less torque, so we don't know if it'll accelerate quite as quickly. But the good news is that the new Pegasus fixes the main thing I didn't care for in the original, which was the ride quality of the solid tires. Either way, the Pegasus is very quick and has always been a great deal in terms of performance per dollar. Next up are the quickest scooters under $2,000, but before we get there, I'm going to point out that for the rest of this list, we're going to be switching from 0 to 15 times to 0 to 30 times, and I'll show you why we didn't do this earlier. This is what the graph of all the 0 to 30 times look like under $1,000. That's the whole graph, and the GT2's time isn't even official because it only broke 30 miles per hour in one of the two directions of our two-direction speedrun test. Our first scooter for quickest under $2,000 is the P1 3.0 from UK-based scooter company Solar. At just $1,300, this dual-motor sports scooter is for experienced riders on a budget who want serious performance. It's not the most modern design, but that works in its favor if you want to use the optional seat, because the stem can be adjusted to the perfect height, whether you're riding seated or standing. The P1 3.0 has the highest rider weight limit so far on this list because it has heavy-duty suspension and 2,400 watts of nominal power coming from dual motors. Putting aside all the specs and metrics, if we just look at the riding experience, Solar's P1 3.0 might be the most fun you can buy for the price. It just has a really nice balance of power, handling, and throttle control. This is the best choice for a versatile, high-performance electric scooter that you're very likely to never outgrow. Next up, the Segway GT1, the quickest accelerating single-motor scooter we've ever tested, and it's the surprise star of this category. The GT1 honestly seemed like a lot of scooter for the money at the original $2,500 list price, so months ago, when they dropped the price to $1,500, we thought it would be for like a week, but it's still $1,500, and it's just so much scooter for that price. The GT1 zooms from 0 to 30 miles per hour in 5.5 seconds. That's a solid 2 seconds faster than the P1 3.0. The top speed is fast, but the scooter could go even faster if it wasn't firmware limited. We tested its top speed and ESG certified 34.5 miles per hour. Performance aside, the build quality, ride quality, and feature set for this price are absolutely unmatched. So what's the catch? Well, all that performance uses a lot of juice. So if you ride it hard like I do, be prepared to get about 22 miles of range in the real world. That said, this is a shocking amount of scooter for the money, and if you're thinking about it, do it soon, because I don't think they can keep doing this price forever. Next up is not only the quickest scooter we've tested for the money with a 0 to 30 time of just 5.3 seconds, but also the most stable by far. This is the new Wolf Warrior X with the updated center display from Fluid Freeride. We love the X for giving us everything we loved about the original Wolf Warrior 11, but in a smaller, more portable scooter. In fact, its tested top speed was actually faster than the original big Wolf Warrior 11. My favorite things about the X are the smooth throttle from its sine wave motor controllers, the stability on and off-road, and nearly 33 miles of ESG tested range, plus of course the new display. The Wolf Warrior X is one of the most underrated scooters out there and the best choice if you're looking for performance and stability. Check out our full review of this scooter or click the links below for more information and the best price. And our final quickest scooter under $2,000 is the Solar P1 Pro. It looks just like the P1 3.0 in photos, but in person it's a completely different and much bigger beast. It's also much faster, the only scooter we've ever tested under $2,000 with an ESG certified top speed of 50 miles per hour, and it arrives in 30 miles per hour in just 5.1 seconds. Like its little brother, the P1 Pro's powerful dual motors, beefy suspension, and 330-pound rider weight limit make it an outstanding sports scooter for heavier riders. In our hill climb test, where we compared its climbing time with 2 different weight riders, the P1 Pro basically didn't care how much weight it was carrying. It just rips either way. The P1 Pro is a great choice for maximum performance under $2,000, especially if you're a heavier rider. Now for the unlimited class, we've got the 5 fastest accelerating scooters for the money over $2,000. And I'm gonna start with a scooter that really should have been in our best of 2024 list, and that's the Nami Klima Max. To me, the Klima is in sort of the Goldilocks zone for performance. With a 0 to 30 time of 4.9 seconds, you know, we're nudging up against super scooter performance here, but at 84 pounds and with 10-inch tires, it's a size that I can just manage getting upstairs or into the back of a car on my own. The Klima doesn't have a huge top speed. It maxes out at 41.6 miles per hour, but I honestly don't miss it. When I'm out riding, I don't really ever find myself wanting to go faster than 40 miles per hour unless I have a top speed test to do. So for the kind of sport riding that I actually do, even the more aggressive stuff, the Klima Max takes everything right up to the practical limit for daily use. And because it's a Nami, the ride quality is absolutely exquisite. If you want the maximum performance from a scooter that's easy to live with on a daily basis, check out the Nami Klima. The final 4 scooters are all absolute beasts, starting with the 115.6-pound Segway GT2. I'm not even sure where to start here. The technology like traction control, the fighter pilot style transparent display, the only one of its kind on a scooter in the world, I think, or the performance, 0 to 30 times plummet from here. Scooters in this category give you the ability to launch faster than the cars when the lights turn green, but they're also made to cruise comfortably at crosstown speeds at 35 miles per hour or more. In typical Segway style, the GT2's top speed is limited to a conservative 41.8 miles per hour, but just like with the Klima, for all practical intents and purposes, that's plenty. And just like its sibling, the GT1, the GT2's current price is crazy low compared to the original $39.99 MSRP. And again, we don't know how long they can keep doing this. You can't beat the technology and performance of the GT2 for the price. Dropping another 0.7 seconds, we have the tire shredding Teewing Mars XTR with a 0 to 30 time of just 3.4 seconds. And when I say tire shredding, this is both praise and a warning. The throttle of this scooter is so intense that I used up most of the front tire in 1 week of testing. The Teewing Mars XTR has truly impressive performance for the money, but while it lacks traction control, it has some other impressive technology like a telelever style front suspension and even a built-in fire extinguisher, though we didn't test that one feature. Ours came with Navi tires, but having tested it both on and off-road, we think the XTR's obscenely powerful motors and shorter travel suspension would be best enjoyed on pavement with a set of PMT tires installed. But the folks from Mars have tested it basically everywhere. The Teewing Mars XTR may have the best raw performance and range per dollar right now at this price. And you knew we couldn't leave off the Wolf King GTR, Kaabo's flagship with a crazy double-click throttle and 65.8 miles per hour of ESG tested top speed. We love that it comes with traction control, but we wish we could have S mode power and traction control at the same time. Launching in S mode with traction control off, the front wheel doesn't stop spinning until about 40 miles per hour. We love the GTR on-road, but we were really surprised how good it is off-road, with traction control, tall suspension to soak up the bumps, and the shorter handlebars that help keep you from whacking your chin on the bars when you land a big jump. Stop sign to stop sign, it's a tall step up onto the deck, but once you're rolling, the stability and suspension make it a great choice for long rides. In fact, if the ESG tested 43.2 miles of range isn't enough for you, you can swap batteries in about a minute and just keep going. If you want to ride both on and off-road with maximum performance, the GTR is the best choice. And the overall winner of the scooter that seems to keep winning everything is the Emove Roadster. Put simply, this is the world's fastest production scooter, meaning a scooter that you can order and expect to ship to you in days or worst case weeks, but not months or years as has been the case with many hyper scooters. With an ESG certified 0 to 30 time with 3.1 seconds and a tested top speed of 72.1 miles per hour, the performance of this carbon fiber framed monster is absolutely staggering. But depending depending on what mode you ride in, it can also be an amazing weekend cruiser for long, fast rides. Like when Ramir and I took this and the XTR down the coast to the world's most beautiful Taco Bell, or when it saved us after we ran out of gas in the middle of nowhere. The power feels absolutely endless. Okay, Ramir just had maybe the best quote ever about the Roadster.
Oh yeah, I said it's something like a roller coaster. Like, you know how you get on a ride and you think it's gonna come to an end, but it just keeps going, keeps going. That's how I felt about this in the speed. Like, I was, I thought it was gonna stop, but it had some more. It had some more go. It had some more go, so.
But the range does too. I find myself riding the Roadster harder than I ride other scooters, knowing that I've got 54.7 real world miles of range in the tank. If you want the world's quickest accelerating production scooter, a scooter you'll actually get when you order it, this is it. All right, but I should really come clean here at the end of the video. As much as I love and truly believe in the testing we do here at ESG, I should really point out that the Inmotion RS is only 1/10 of a second behind the Mars XTR in 0 to 30 times, and the RoadRunner RX7 is only 1/10 of a second behind that, and the Bernie 2 Max is only 1/10 of a second behind the RX7. Are those differences measurable and repeatable? Yes, they are. Can I feel 1/10 of a second difference? I really can't. So while the Inmotion RX, the RoadRunner RX7, and the Burn E didn't come out at the very top in terms of acceleration per dollar, every one of these scooters is 100% worth considering. And if you're shopping for hyper scooters, you've got to check out our reviews. We've scientifically tested all of these, and we've got all the data. Go to the Electric Scooter Guide YouTube channel and check them out. And we'll also link them down in this video's description, along with the best place to buy these and all the other scooters we talked about. Oh, and we'll put 2 of them right up here. Using any of the links and even just watching more of our videos is a great way to support our channel and all the scientific testing it takes to make more videos like this one. Thanks so much for watching this video all the way to the end. I'm Paul Somerville. This is ESG. Don't ride like me, but do always remember to wear a helmet.